Einride's 500 truck semi-order will triple its electric fleet and bring Tesla's heavy-duty trucks to 5 US states starting next month. This is Tesla Shorts Time, episode 576. Tesla plans to deliver 500 semi-units to Einride over 2 years beginning in September 2026. The trucks will run on routes in California, New Jersey, Texas, Illinois, and Georgia. Einride will integrate them into its Saga AI platform to optimize charging, routes, and energy costs. The order marks Tesla's largest semi-commitment to date and is expected to convert roughly $800 million in customer pipelines into active operations. This deployment will roughly triple Einride's existing electric fleet capacity. Phased rollout across the next 24 months is driven by freight demand from Amazon and will place the initial units into revenue service by year-end. Large commercial fleet orders like Einride's 500-unit commitment expose a basic difference between passenger vehicle economics and heavy truck economics. In passenger cars, Tesla has long optimized for energy cost per mile and software margins. In Class 8 trucks, the decisive variables are payload, route density, and charging window utilization, none of which are solved by the same battery or software levers. The Semi must therefore prove itself on metrics that matter to freight operators rather than the range or acceleration numbers that dominate consumer reviews. Einride's plan to run the trucks on its Saga AI platform for charging and routing decisions shows how the value of the Semi is shifting from the truck itself to the data layer that schedules its energy use. If the AI can consistently cut dwell time at chargers or reduce deadhead miles, the total cost of ownership improves even if the truck's hardware cost stays flat. That dynamic is new for Tesla's vehicle business and ties future Semi margins to software performance rather than sell price declines alone. The 5-state deployment corridor also tests whether Tesla can supply service and parts at the scale freight operators require. Unlike passenger cars that can tolerate longer service intervals, line-haul trucks lose money the moment they are sidelined. Success here will depend less on the Semi's headline range and more on whether Tesla's existing service footprint can absorb the added workload without creating new bottlenecks. While the Semi order shows Tesla expanding into commercial fleets, its consumer-facing charging network is facing new competitive pressure. Tesla's Supercharger network is no longer rated the best fast charging experience in the US and has fallen outside the top 3 according to recent evaluations. The shift reflects growing competition from other networks adopting NACS. Independent testers cited improved reliability and coverage from newer entrants as key factors in the re-ranking. Tesla continues to add sites and capacity, but perception of leadership has shifted in independent assessments. The company has not commented on the new rankings or outlined specific plans to regain top positioning. As the Supercharger story highlights shifting infrastructure dynamics, Tesla is preparing an early test of its next vehicle platform in Austin. Tesla is readying an initial Cybercab deployment in Austin that will begin with rides for employees. The rollout is positioned as an early operational test ahead of broader public availability. The program will gather real-world data on vehicle performance and fleet operations before wider service begins. A short clip posted by Tesla shows the vehicle completing a trip with the caption, "Next thing you know, you've arrived." The post continues Tesla's pattern of sharing real-world FSD supervised demonstrations. The footage emphasizes seamless arrival at the destination without driver intervention during the shown segment. Elon Musk stated that Autopark is about to become much smarter. The update is expected to enhance the feature's reliability in tight parking scenarios. While autonomy testing advances, Tesla is also expanding third-party access to its charging hardware. EVgo announced a new agreement to deploy EVgo-branded V4 Superchargers featuring Magic Dock and 500 kilowatt speeds across dozens of US cities. Tesla will build and operate the stations while EVgo retains ownership. The arrangement lets Tesla sell hardware and operations as a service instead of owning sites outright, shifting the Supercharger team toward a scalable infrastructure model. The partnership is expected to more than double EVgo's addressable customer base as NACS adoption widens. On the vehicle side, a new Model Y variant is posting strong real-world numbers. The newly introduced 3-row electric crossover exceeded its range estimate by more than 30 miles in Edmunds testing. The result positions the vehicle as the longest-range Model Y variant tested by the publication to date. The outcome reflects improvements in battery management and aerodynamic tuning on the extended wheelbase platform. In contrast to strong product results, some owners are raising questions about long-term costs. One owner reported a $600 repair bill on a used Tesla, prompting discussion about parts and labor pricing. The story highlights ongoing questions about long-term ownership costs for pre-owned vehicles. Service center wait times and parts availability were cited as additional pain points in owner forums. Some of Tesla's most dedicated owners and investors are expressing doubts about Elon Musk's leadership and priorities. The article notes a shift in sentiment among previously vocal advocates who once defended every product decision. Discussions on social platforms show a split between those focused on execution timelines and those prioritizing broader vision. Before we go, the next round of Cybercab employee ride data should give the first clear picture of how the Austin test is scaling. That covers it for today's Tesla developments. TSLA closed at $336.17, down $6.10, 1.8%. Share this episode with a fellow Tesla enthusiast if you found it useful, and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's episode. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for being here. Quick tip from the network. Try the Do Positive Pod next. Good news in science and tech, plus one concrete action you can take. Every NERA Network show is free at neranetwork.com. And on the website, every episode's visuals live in our free image gallery at neranetwork.com gallery. Royalty-free under Creative Commons. Download with attribution. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.